how this marketing is linked with the other functional aspects of marketing. Now here, if we basically a manufacturer produces the product.
Hello.
Okay. Yes. Hello. 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 Okay, now see here linkages of marketing. So here, when a manufacturer thinks of manufacturing any of the offering or any of the product, okay. So here, how he will come to know about the demand? Hello, it's the job of the operations department to procure the raw material from the suppliers. Okay, they procure the raw materials according to the need of the unit of manufacturing. How many units are to be produced at that time frame? Now here, from the marketing department, they receive the data regarding the demand or the trend, maybe from the previous history, previous records, okay, on the analysis, environmental analysis, that is on the basis of the competitor analysis, the feedback received from the customers or the consumers. On that basis, they give the data to this production department. Production department is responsible for the production of the units according to the design given by the marketing department. Design in the sense, the package, maybe the size, the flanker products. This is also part of marketing planning. So here from marketing planning department, it is forwarded to the production or operations department. And then they move ahead with the procurement of the material, and this material enters into the production line. Once it enters into the production line, once the goods are manufactured, okay, then they are ready to get dispatched. But the destination point, destination point or the plan is given by the marketing department. That is, when it comes to the distribution channels. Again, here today we say in totality is a production and operations, but here again supply chain management. Okay, this is one of the specialized branch which has evolved today. Marketing, you can say this SCM is a subset of production department as well as it comes under marketing department, because it deals with the movement of goods from the manufacturer to the end customer. So this supply chain management, that is the flow of movement of goods, are managed by both the departments, that is the marketing department and the operations department. Here the concerns are like, what is the time frame for the delivery of goods? These are the factors I am discussing. Okay, time frame of delivery of goods. Then this time frame will depend again upon type of variety of good, into which category it is, as well as the mode of the transport. Now here, maybe roadways, maybe airways, maybe waterways. Again, it depends upon the product category. Suppose if it is a perishable product, okay, if you consider a perishable product like milk and dairy products or bakery items, in that case, one cannot think of having long lengthy supply chains. It has to be quicker. While for the durable goods, any of the durable goods, one can think of having long chain, extended chains. So here, even the mode of transport can be thought of for this durable goods. But wherever there is the question of perishability of goods, the quicker mode of transports, they are used. The other factor which is considered is the pricing. Pricing in the movement of goods from the manufacturer to the end customers. This movement of goods pricing is included in the final product itself. So here, when one thinks of designing the product, its transport, it is linked to the marketing department. One thinks of the pricing strategies, it is linked to the marketing department. Marketing planning department chalks out the plan as to the requirement of the product line length. That is, maybe for that particular time frame or coming 1 month, what are the requirements? What are the requirements of the market or the intermediaries in terms of size requirement, variety requirement, shape of the product, or any designs to be managed? All these plans are given to the production department. So here we say that it has the linkages with the marketing department. So be it with the new product development area or the marketing research part or the pricing department, all of them, they integrate together when it comes to productions and operations part. The next very important thing is the finance department. Finance is the fundamental or core of any business. Without this finance part or finance function, one cannot sustain. Now, when the product is new in the introductory stage, the penetration into the market is very important. The manufacturer or the company stresses on penetrating by means of promotional strategies. Now here, every year, there is the budget allocation. So this finance department takes care of budget allocation. Suppose the company is going for a new product launch. What would be the cost of this launch? What would be the cost with reference to promotion of this new product? If they are going for personal selling, what would be the cost and which would be much more beneficial? That is, whether going for the personal selling or whether to go for the advertising, that too, whether to go for the digital media or the television media. So here, depending upon the company's capacity or ability to spend, the finance department takes the decision, it takes care of it. Even in case of pricing strategies, this finance department plays a very vital role. You need the approval of the finance department when the finalization of price is considered. If you want to undertake any research activities, lot of funds are needed. And the resource allocation is done through this finance department. Specifically, if you take into consideration the corporate giants, you will find there the resource allocation becomes much more essential or important at the corporate level because they are handling many businesses at a single time, many units they are handling at a single time. So here, according to the need of that unit, these resources are allocated. Now coming to the next function is the HRM, that is the human resource part. Now in any organization, human resource plays a very important role, the people part. Now here, with reference to marketing, if we link it to the marketing department and the people there, here there are in-house HR which is available, as well as those who are visiting on the field. The requirements of the subunits of marketing department, they differ. Like you can have a product planning manager, which requires a specialization in product planning, product design, the new product development, where the people undertake the research part or the technology driven. Okay, those who have a match between the technical aspects of design as well as the you can say the managerial skills, both of them should be integrated here. The very creative field, that is the promotional part, that is we have the advertising departments, also in-house advertising departments wherever there are corporate organizations. So here the requirement is different. The person who is working on the field, basically the people, they should have an inclination towards traveling. If you are looking out for a job for personal selling, then maybe a person should be outspoken. Here again, they get the allowances. The in-house, here those employees who are in-house, the salaries are fixed. But for those who are on the field, it depends upon their traveling allowances. So here, the HRM department takes into consideration the, while recruiting, they take into consideration these different requirements of the marketing departments and then recruits them according to the map of what is required for that particular job or the profile of the job with the candidate. And hence there is a linkage between HR department and the marketing. Now, if we consider the IT, the integration of IT and marketing, if we see many of the service industries, there is a combination of IT and the marketing. Now, with the penetration of internet and the digital mode coming up, the marketing personals with the addition of IT or the digital part, both of them have an integrated approach. Maybe in terms of promotion, maybe in terms of providing the services to the customers. Here, both of them, they link together. Now, apart from this, if you see today, we have the specialized field that is analytics, business analytics, where it's a map of marketing as well as statistics, a part of marketing plus statistics and programming, or IT, you can say the software programming or big data analysis. Even business analytics is also wide field. Within business analytics also you will find marketing analytics as the special emerging branch, which has its own integration of marketing with the programming concepts. So this is how is the linkages of marketing with reference to other specializations or other specialized departments. Now coming to the next important part is company orientation towards the marketplace. Now company orientation towards the marketplace, it means where does the company place itself in the market. Now here if you see the first and the foremost concept is the production concept. Now this is the oldest form, the traditional form of marketing management philosophies. Now, during the Industrial Revolution that took place in the latter half of the 18th century and the first half of the 19th century, it led to the changes gradually in the marketing philosophies. Those gradual changes now could be studied through the modern marketing concepts under which the organizations conduct their activities. Now, the production concepts hold that consumers will prefer products that are widely available and inexpensive. So here, as I said that during the industrial era, the manufacturers used to manufacture and widely distribute. There was no customization, no special offerings were there. In bulk quantity, they used to have the blocks and just distribute. So even the goods were expensive because the cost used to get spread. Now, managers of production-oriented businesses, they concentrate on achieving high production efficiency, low cost, and mass distribution. They assume that consumers are primarily interested in product availability and lower prices. Now, this orientation makes sense in developing countries where consumers are more interested in obtaining the product than its features. It is also used when a company wants to expand the market. Now, if you take the automobile spare parts company or most of the FMCG products come under this category. Those products which are essential products also come into this category. Now, can you anybody think of the products which come into this category in today's era? Which has this, which the product is based on this production concept? Hello? Hello? Did you understand what did I speak, what I am speaking? Because I'm not getting any response. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Whether you have understood or no? See, in day-to-day, generic products are used. Like we have the milk, okay, the bakery items, the automobile spare parts, the wall manufacturing, piston manufacturing companies, the chairs, the tables, the FMCG companies like HLL, PNG, salts, sugar, tea powder. Okay. Now here, unless and until there is certain specification, I am speaking of generic good. Okay. Nothing extra added to it. Now one might not think otherwise that when I am saying a tea or oil, okay, nothing extra added to it. What does this mean? That there is no extra feature offered to the customers. It is par with the competitors. That is what I am speaking. When I say it's a spare part manufacturer, there is no brand management there. The brand does not play a role wherever this production concepts holds good. Okay, understand this. Now here many of the services are needed which operate on this production concept also. Now coming to the next concept is the product concept. Now the product concept is totally reverse of the production concept. That is totally opposite of the production concept. Here it holds that the consumers will favor those products that offer quality, performance, or some innovative features. So the emphasis on product management here rather than production. Managers in these organizations, they focus on making superior products available to the consumers and improve them over the time. They assume that buyers admire well-made products and can praise quality and performance. Now, here, the management takes into consideration the need and wants of the customers and tries to give the best to the customer. Now, ultimately, when we speak of superior products, what is the next thing which comes to your mind? When I say it's a quality product or the innovative products, the next thing which comes to our mind is pricing. So here, when the companies are offering innovative features or the emphasis on quality, that means the price would be at a higher side. So here again, even the companies think of segmenting for those customers who care for the quality. In case of production concept, the people accept normally the average quality here, because again the price is a constraint. But in case of product concept, that is not the case. The manufacturer has a free hold to quote higher prices because they are going to segment that segment only when they think about the quality and the pricing strategy. Here, through customer demands or want, the company thinks of managing the specifications and satisfying the customer by offering them the best quality product. Now here, if you take an example of a high-end four-wheelers, where technology plays a very vital role, isn't it? Here, many of them, they emphasize on advertising the features. So here, what new they have introduced in the product, they focus on that. Now, there are certain brands. Okay, here the emphasis on brand gets importance in this product concept, because somewhere the customer perceives the brand with the quality, maybe the functional satisfaction or the psychological satisfaction. Both the parameters are considered here. You consider maybe the fabrics, like today, if you see, there are many brands coming up. They have their own unique identity. So just you take the name of a brand, you will come to know psychologically what is the segment. So this is about the product concept. Coming to the selling concept. The selling concept holds that the customers will not buy the product on their own. Even if the product is most economical, effective, ecological, unless the company's seller makes deliberate selling or aggressive selling efforts. It reveals that mere producing and making the best quality product available is not enough here. It is worthless unless the organization marketing manager resorts to aggressive sales effort through wide distribution network. Effective advertisement, scientific methods of salesmanship, and public relations are required in order to push the products in the market, sell the product in the market to the end customers. Now here the selling concepts also holds that if the customers, if they are left alone, nothing will work. Here the organization must undertake efforts. Now, usually the customers, they do not think of purchasing the or buying these products. Now here, if you see, if you take an example of encyclopedias, How many of you like to purchase encyclopedia? Hello? Suppose if there is a salesman at your doorstep, or there is a new outlet selling encyclopedias, how many of them will enthusiastically go to just have a glance at least? Very few. Similarly, about books, very few people are a voracious reader of books. Insurance was once upon a time into this category, where when people used to see the salesman at the doorstep, they used to avoid, or just on the phone also they used to avoid. Even now, many of them still avoid, though everybody knows the relevance and the importance of insurance, maybe health insurance or general insurance. But still, people will try to postpone the decision, or maybe they will sideline it as compared to the other products. Similarly, this selling concept is also practiced in the non-profit area by the arrangement of funds. Like we have the libraries, we have the college admission offices, specialized courses. Now here, if you take an example of a political party, vigorously they sell the candidate to its voters. Now here, they go for the aggressive push of that candidate. If you take the services, few of the services, they need the push. The charitable trusts, they need a push. The donations need a push. Now, most of the firms that practice the selling concept, when they have overcapacity, now their aim is to sell what they make rather than make what the market wants. So in modern industrial economics, productive capacity has been built up to a point where most marketers are a buyer market and the sellers have to scramble for customers. Day to day, competition is on rise and majority of companies are concentrating on selling concept, especially service sector has the edge on this. Like hotels, airlines, insurance business, hospital business, they all are stressing upon the selling concept. Now coming on to the next concept is the marketing concept. Now, as we have seen the difference between the sales and the marketing concepts holds that the key to achieving its organizational goals or deriving profits is through satisfying the customer. The customer is the focus in case of the marketing concept. This concept starts with the customer and also ends with the customer. That is, they take into consideration the needs of the customer and then design the product, offer them, and see to it that the customer is satisfied. Now here, the taglines like meeting needs profitably, or love the customer, not the product, have it your way. Okay. So all this is based upon the concept of marketing. The marketing concept rests on the four pillars: the target market, the customer needs, the integrated marketing, and profitability. Now, companies do their best level when they choose their target market carefully, planned, tailored, with a tailored marketing program to meet the needs of that particular segment. Now, customer needs, understanding the customer needs and wants is not always simple. We can distinguish among the 5 types of needs here. We have the stated needs, like what the customer wants. Maybe an inexpensive car, a better quality product which they need, or the real needs. Real needs, the customer wants a car whose operating cost, not the initial price, is low. They are the real needs. That is the actual need. There are certain unstated needs. Unstated needs, we can say expectations. The customer expects good service from the dealer in case of automobile purchase. Delight needs. The customer would like the dealer to include a gift. So here it exceeds the expectations. Or secret needs. The customer wants to be seen by friends as a savvy consumer. That means a loyal customer, that the company or the dealer should treat you as a special customer. Now here a distinction needs to be drawn between responsive marketing, anticipative marketing, and creative marketing here. A responsive marketer finds a stated need and fulfills it. An anticipative marketer looks ahead into what needs customers may think of in near future. And a creative marketer discovers and produces solution the customers even did not ask for or they did not think of. Before the idea strikes in the mind of the customer, the creative marketer thinks of offering them. Now here, the ultimate purpose of the marketing concept is to help organizations achieve their objectives. And in case of private firms, the major objective is gaining the profits. Now, in case of non-profit or public organizations, it is surviving and attracting enough funds to perform. Now, for the private firms, they should not aim for profits as such, but to achieve profit as a final objective, they should focus on creating superior customer value. A company makes money by satisfying customer needs better than its competitors. Now coming on to the next part, that is the societal marketing concept. The societal marketing concepts holds that the organization's task is to determine the needs and wants and interest of the target market and to deliver the desired satisfaction more effectively and efficiently than the competitors. Here, the more emphasis is laid on the society's well-being. In this concept of the, or in this era of environmental concerns, environmental deterioration, shortage of resources, explosive population growth, world hunger and poverty, and neglected social service comes in this criteria. Companies try to determine social and ecological considerations into their marketing practices. While preparing the products, the companies should also pay equal importance to profitability, satisfaction, and public interest. Here. Now, if you take an example of automobiles, today because of the environmental concerns, many of them, they are uh, moving ahead with the ecological balance with the environment, or because of the environmental concerns also we see the advent of electric bikes. Electric cars is the future which is being predicted today. The rising level of pollution, the health hazards with reference to disposal of the plastics. So here, in case of social marketing concept, all these things are taken into account while designing the product or offering the product in the market to the customers. Now, if you take an example of packaging, the packaging of the Tetra packs, that is replacing the plastics, has evolved on this backdrop. Now coming to the holistic marketing concept. Now, holistic marketing takes into account the overall view or overall vision of all these concepts together, or we can say it is integration of these concepts in totality. So here they take into consideration the production part, but restricted. Okay, stress on good quality products, offering good quality products. They take the promotional aspects into account so that the product is pushed, but instead of pull strategy, they take into consideration the push strategy, and through satisfying the customers, inculcate the marketing concept. Now, any doubts up till here? Hello?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now, can you think of the products which come into this production concept? I gave you an example of few generic products where there is mass production and mass distribution, and the products are inexpensive. Hello? Now, coming on to the next part is the marketing process. Now, here basically it's a 5-step process where the first and foremost thing, the company stress on the needs and wants of the customers. Now, we had discussed the previously in the previous session the example of a handset, what is its need and how it evolved. Now here, now marketing is how the companies think of creating value for the customers and build stronger relationships. If we take the first important thing, understanding the marketplace and the customer's needs and want, why the customer should purchase our product is the first question which the companies should ask themselves. Now, if you take an example of the McDonald's, okay, when they entered into India, they faced a lot of problems as far as the acceptance of the offering was considered. Now, here, McDonald's did not take into consideration the need and the want part of the people in India, the background, and that's why initially they were not successful. Once they entered, they stabilized, they changed the offerings, they edited it, and then offered, and slowly and steadily they penetrated into the market. So unless and until the marketer understands the customer, one cannot think of acquiring the market share. Now, designing a customer driven marketing strategy, which means the marketer should select the definite target market. If you have a particular brand, if the marketer has a particular brand, exactly what is the segment? Who are the customers who will look out for that particular offering? Designing the marketing strategy to serve the customers in the best possible way. First thing, the market segmentation is done. Specific brands or products are offered according to division of this segments. The marketers decide how they will serve the customers, whether the brand or the brand's value proposition benefits the customer functionally as well as psychologically. The companies need to design strong value propositions here. Now, irrespective of the company undertakes any of the concepts. Now, the next thing is integrated marketing plan. Now, here the marketing strategy outlines how best to serve the customer. Here, the product is taken into consideration, the pricing is taken into consideration, what extra can be given to the customers is taken into account. So here the marketing tool of 4 P's for goods is thought of. Customer relationships is the next step. Build profitable relationships. That is, today we also have the softwares, CRM, that is customer relationship management. For this, there are many softwares readily available, which inculcates overall process of building and maintaining the profile of customers. At a single glance, you come to know about the details of the customers, and it becomes very easy for the manufacturers to serve the particular market. The basic purpose of CRM is to think from the customer's perspective, to give them the finest service and try to build relationship with the customer so that the customer loyalty is maintained. Here the companies see to it that they retain the customers in this competitive world. The next is gaining value from the customers. Ultimately, this customer relationship management slowly and steadily builds the value from the customers for the company. The loyal customers, it's the asset for the company. The companies need to take efforts with the help of other departments also, or with their partners, to gain value from the customers. It's not an easy task, because one cannot predict the customer. Each and every customer is unique. They may have their own set of needs. So here this has to be coordinated by all the departments. Now here, if you take an example of a restaurant, all of you might be visiting restaurants. If you see, there are certain outlets, okay, where we like to visit every often. Does this happen with us? What might you think about? What might be the reason? Maybe you may like the food there, you may like the service, you may like the politeness of the people, the warm welcome by the people there, the physical layout or the comfort you might be enjoying that. So here, the service provider is thinking about providing you the best to make you comfortable. He takes the cognizance of minute details. So if we think of having this marketing process over there, according the preference of the people, maybe the menu is decided as far as the example of restaurant is considered. Now here, they may think of designing certain strategies to penetrate into the market. Maybe a loyal customer can be given a discount coupon, or maybe they may be offered some monetary gifts to gain the customer loyalty. One can think of having the relationship building. Many times, the people serving in the restaurants also play a very important role in building the customer relationships. If you take an example of the insurance industry, the travel industry, this building of relationship plays a very vital role. Now here, it depends upon the type of service sector. So if the manufacturer is providing something extra to the customers, then the customer will definitely go for the repeat purchase of that offering. If the customer is satisfied, definitely they are going to visit, as well as they are going to spread the positive note about that service provider. Now, any doubts here? Hello? Hello?
No,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No.
No, ma'am.
Okay, then I have one question. Suppose I am a startup firm. Okay. It's a startup firm. They are into fabric manufacturing, the garment industry. The segment is teenagers. Okay. How would they go as far as the marketing process is considered?
Ma'am, will you please repeat what you asked?
It is suppose it is a startup firm. Okay.
fiber and for youngsters.
Yeah, maybe startup firm with reference to fabrics, or you can say garments. For the youngsters, the youth is the segment.
Yeah, what was your next question? Yeah.
What would be the marketing strategy? What would be the marketing process?
The design
Advertisement.
Advertisement is one of the strategy. See, it's a startup firm. Which type of advertisement now?
Ma'am, they can show the advertisement like
होर्डिंग्स वगैरह लगा सकते हैं मैम.
होर्डिंग लगा सकते हैं. पैसे कितने खर्च होंगे स्टार्टअप फर्म में? और सुनो, होर्डिंग आप बोल रहे हो, वेरी ट्रू. Anybody else who want to discuss on the hoarding point? What do the others feel?
they can advertising on social media.
Yeah, social media. अभी hoardings का ऐसा है, hoardings will be at a particular place, isn't it? Who gave me the answer? Hoardings.
Ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
अच्छा, hoardings के लिए limitation ऐसा है कि the people should visit that place, no? Then only they will have a glance at that hoarding. अभी आप देखोगे तो hoardings कहाँ पे रहते हैं? Mostly where do you find the hoardings situated?
highways or
Highways, circles, main circles in main cities.
Yeah, highways and in circles where you have the signals where it is expected that the customer or the people will wait there for at least a minute, isn't it? maybe they will have the glance at the hoardings. So here, one thing is that when we think of hoarding, the people should have a glance at it. Second thing, the people, those who visit that place only will be able to have a look at the hoarding. Second thing is digital media. Yes, because if you say it's for the youth, one can think of digital media. Again, in digital media, you have many types. तो इसमें आप क्या prefer करोगे? When you say digital media, what do you mean by this?
email marketing.
Advertising on Facebook, Insta.
मैम आजकल
Yeah,
तो इंस्टा पे ही इतना बता देते हैं.
ईमेल ऐसा है ना, ईमेल आपके पास चाहिए ना उतना. ओके, यू कैन थिंक ऑफ फेसबुक मार्केटिंग, बट उसके लिए क्या चाहिए? फेसबुक मार्केटिंग के लिए क्या होना चाहिए? इंस्टाग्राम है, फेसबुक है, व्हाट द स्कोप इज
Contact.
ट्रेमेंडस. हेलो,
Contacts.
या कॉन्टैक्ट्स वन थिंग. और किससे कांटेक्ट किया जा सकता है?
Friends and relatives.
Yeah. So here the references we can say instead of friends, relatives, those who are the referrals. Okay. So you might have the friend over there and he might have their friends, isn't it? So this is what is building the society and social marketing. And what about the offerings then here? One thing you spoke about promotion. What about the gaining value from the customers?
Ma'am, they should give first of all good service. Like if customer visit, like if they talk politely and they give some offers, then like where the customer is given a value and respect, he at least visit once again. And
अच्छा, एक बात बोलिए. See, I have just taken one example just to discuss. Okay, we can take any of the products. Now here we spoke about fabrics or garment industry, clothings. Okay. इसमें
Yes, ma'am.
जरूरी क्या लगता है आपको? Any of you can answer. What is more important when see
quality of the quality of the fiber.
क्वालिटी मैम.
या क्वालिटी अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट? अभी आप शर्ट लेने जाते हो या मे बी गर्ल्स एनीथिंग, टी शर्ट, कुछ भी लेने जाते हैं आप, तो
Price.
फर्स्ट थिंग, या
Price and
Yes.
branding.
price and brand. Okay.
Yeah.
Brand gives you what exactly? When you say brand, why you look for a brand?
Yeah. Quality, durability.
Yeah, quality, durability. Apart from that, is there
We have-
anything else?
Faith also we can
Assurance.
say.
Assurance.
Assurance. Okay. So all what you are speaking of, you know, assurance is an intangible thing, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
उसको वारंटी रहती है क्या? Just like that we have for
No, no.
electronic goods.
No.
कपड़े को रहेगी वहां पे?
No.
No. Assurance जो आप बोल रहे हो,
But
Okay.
quality assurance and
yeah,
the
quality
of
assurance
the
you are
product,
speaking of. But see, for a startup firm,
Yeah.
whether, as you said, when I say it's a startup, उसका brand अभी develop नहीं हुआ है,
Yes.
isn't it? So quality अगर है, तो कैसे quality emphasize होगा इधर? What you are saying is exactly true. But for the
Ma'am.
branded goods, it's okay because they have created their brands, there is assurity. What about the startups?
Ma'am, startups about their quality, it can be only by more emphasis only by mouth publicity, because if someone purchases
Yeah,
and
very
refer-
true. So here maybe the company or the startup company should take an effort just to make that they penetrate into the market. I mean, once if the customer visits or once the customer purchases that offering, okay, here lies the complexities. Complexities in the sense the customer should purchase, use it and be satisfied. Then only he will again come for the repeat purchase or spread a word of mouth publicity. अभी जैसे बोल रहे हो Instagram भी है या social media networking भी है. If you are satisfied, then only you are going to praise that. Otherwise, no. So, whatever I discussed, this marketing process, the theory, how one can think of practically applying is more important than these points. Okay. That's why I just took this example. Now today we will stop here. In the next session, we will discuss the remaining part.
Okay, ma'am. Thank
Okay,
you so
ma'am.
much.
Okay, thank you.
Good night, ma'am. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, ma'am.